What up, Jesse? If you JP in a house, case part 3, what racism? I went to Korea. Well, I went to transit through Korea. I think I was going to America or coming back to Japan. And they had this 3-hour layover and stuff. So I went outside, and this, what was it? This, the surrounding town and stuff. You know, it wasn't like the big city. I guess the countryside or whatever. I'm not sure. You know, it looked just like a regular neighborhood to me. So you know, I started walking around down the street and you see these Korean kids. You know, they're out there playing and stuff, and the stores were open. And you know, I'm walking down the street, passing the guys and the girls and the men and women, whatever. You know, no one's really saying anything. And so I walked into this. To this cafe, internet cafe, and I walked upstairs to where it was at, because it was in some building. When I walked in, it was this Korean guy there. He must have been in his 30s, maybe 32 or 33 or something like that. And he saw me, and I said, "Can I use one of the machines?" And he was like, "Yeah." You know, so you know, he pointed some machine, so I just went over there and I'm messing with it and stuff. Finally figured out how to turn it on and stuff like that, and started browsing and stuff. And then he came over to me and started telling me the price and all that stuff. And I said, "Okay, thank you." And when I opened my mouth and he realized that I was American, he just flipped. He's like, "Oh, wow, you from America?" I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Wow, you know, I really love America, this and that, and da-da-da. And I love American people." And I'm like, "Okay." You know, and I'm like thinking to myself, "Okay, what's going on here?" And he said, "Hey, you know what? You don't even have to pay for it. It's on me. It's on me." And so he asked me how much about computers and stuff. Did I know? I was like, not much, because at that time computers were like just barely coming out and stuff. And all I did on them was playing some game called Civilization. So of course I had a Mac, and so he just started showing me all of these different things that computers can do and stuff like that. And he was just. And the whole time he was just asking me questions about America and telling me about, talking to me about his life. And I guess they were giving me snacks and drinks, and he was giving me drinks and snacks and all this stuff for free. And he asked, "Well, what are you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm just transit." And I just came out, for an hour or so. And he started laughing. He said, "What?" He said, "Most people don't do that." I said, "Yeah, but I can't sit up there and, transit for 3 hours doing nothing. I'd rather come out, get some exposure to people in town." And he was like, "Oh, okay, that's good. I'm glad you came here." He said, "Where else did you go?" And I tell you, well, I went, because I walked down the street and just saw some street, and I went up into, I guess, the residential area, and there was some Korean restaurant there. And so I went in, and I was like, maybe there were only 3 customers in there. And I sat down and started eating, and I'm sure not too many foreign people go to that place. And one Korean girl came out. She was young, maybe about 18 or something like that. And she, ordered my food. But anyway, I told him that's where I went. He's like, "Oh, okay. How did they treat you?" And I said, "Oh, nice. They didn't say anything. I just ordered. Well, I just pointed to what I wanted and gave my food." He said, "How was it?" I said, it was good." It's like, "Oh, okay." He said, "Yeah, Korea is such a beautiful place, and the people, they love foreign people and black people and this and that." And I don't know, it was like if he was like being some type of a diplomat for Korea and all of this stuff. And then he gave me a business card, and he said, "If you ever come back, please come back and visit, my store. Anytime you come here, you can use everything for free and da this and da that." And I'm like tripping because, it was just weird. I never expected anything like that. And I was like, okay. And so when I left, he gave me what was it? Gave me something to drink to go. He gave me a drink to go or something like that. I was like, cool. And so I was, I said bye and everything, and didn't have to pay anything, and I was there for about a good 30 minutes or so. And plus where I was at, the airport was like right there. So the town was like right there. So I don't know what airport I was at, but I figured you could probably figure it out. And as I was walking back, know, these kids out on the street playing. I mean, on the sidewalk playing, and walk by a couple of older women. You know, they look at me and start saying something. I don't know what they were saying. Probably, wow, I wish I was young again. No, I'm joking. I don't know what they were saying. But, you know, it was cool. And I ended up going back inside. And that was it. You know, I had a real good time. You know, but that was it. Peace.